broadcast is streamed and produced by Midnight Sports and is not affiliated with any hockey organization, club, or team. Midnight Sports is comprised of hockey parents who stream games for friends and family who cannot attend the games in person.
Well, hello and welcome on in, hockey fans, to the Freeport Recreation Center in Freeport, Long Island. We've got another LIAHL Q game for you today. And as a bonus, this one may even count as an EJEPL game depending on who you ask. Does that matter at all for you Midnight Sports viewers at home? It most certainly does not. We should have 3 15-minute periods today, so plan your trips to the refrigerator accordingly. The Mustangs come into this weekend with a 6-4-1 record, including a recent win over the Pelham Pelicans by a score of 4-2 and a recent loss to the Long Island Rinks by a score of 2-7. In terms of common opponents, the Mustangs tied the Peconic Wildcats, team 6-6, that the Stars beat by a score of 7-5, that is. Mustangs also lost to the Long Island Kings by a score of 2-8, a team the Stars played yesterday and lost a close one to by a score of 2-3. This Mustang team's recently tied the Rinks as well, 2-2. So be on the lookout here. This is an improving Mustangs team that can compete with anyone in the LIAHL. Mustangs team is rated about 3 points lower as of last week than the Stars on the My Hockey rankings, though. That said, it's an LIAHL Q game, so players from both teams need to be prepared for a hard physical one. As we said at the top, the Stars will look to build off yesterday's performance after dropping a real close one to the Kings, 3-2. And so we'll have this one here for you. Just 2 minutes and 17 seconds left to go on the clock for warm-ups. But we can tell you, a programming note, the Stars head to another EJEPL showcase next weekend and have 5 games, 5 in 3 days. How about that, hockey lovers? You won't have to wait long between games, that's for sure. Down in Atlantic City, New Jersey, they start at 11 a.m. Eastern on Friday, November 17th. Subject to carrier restrictions from Atlantic City and the Atlantic City Skate Zone. Maybe Skitty, who knows? Midnight Sports will have coverage for you as the Stars take on the Wilmington Junior Seahawks in that morning-afternoon doubleheader. Midnight Sports will definitely have the afternoon game for you and may have the morning game for you as well. If you're wondering why we're not sure yet, you can thank a certain geometry test for that. In any event, it'll kick off the showcase Friday, 11 a.m. The Stars take on the Wilmington Junior Seahawks. Go ahead and give our YouTube channel at Midnight Sports a subscription or our Instagram handle at Midnight_Sports a follow to get the latest updates on broadcast times. First, though, it's going to be the Stars taking on the Mustangs here on a late one on a Sunday night from Freeport, Long Island. You also may be thinking to yourself, hey, I'd love that tight camera angle where I have to look through many stanchions, the scorekeeper's box, all the glass, and the players just to see a little bit of the action. Well, to that I say you are welcome. We try to provide the best angles for you here. And although that sounds like I'm being sarcastic, this is truly the best camera angle in Freeport. And so the rink is cozy and the camera angle is tight. You'll have to, unfortunately for you, just listen a bit more closely to my voice to know exactly what's going on. 23 seconds left to go on the warm-up clock. We'll give you some royalty-free music to enjoy before we get going out here on Long Island. Well, before we get going here and puck is dropped, who knows if there'll be a national anthem, but it gives us time here at Midnight Sports to give a special thank you to all our veterans out there. Thank you so much for your sacrifice and service on this Veterans Day weekend and, of course, all days out of the year. It is greatly appreciated. All right, we're going to get rolling here in just a second. 15 minutes on the board. And it looks like it'll be the Nicolaitis line over the boards first. Jason Diatelli takes over the blue paint for the Stars here today in Freeport. And so it will be Shulman, Pizarro, Nicolaitis, Viscoso, and Coronati out there. Boards being pounded. Goaltenders being checked. Scorekeeper ready. And we are ready to roll here in Freeport. Face off one forward by Nicolaitis. Mustangs fire on it there, but it comes up to Pizarro, gains the offensive zone. He throws a shot high and wide, all the way over to the near corner. That puck rolls. It sits in the near corner over there, all the way at the Mustangs' end. Stars trying to throw it out front, but the Mustangs will emerge with it up to the blue line and on out. Mustangs with the puck in the neutral zone, but it's tapped farther by Coronati. Pizarro washes his man out of the play. It's Nicolaitis taking over. Tracking into the slot, puck rolls off his stick, and it's Viscoso now trying to gum up any zone entry. Puck will roll all the way into the Stars zone there, and Coronati sends that over across to the blue line, chipped out there by Pizarro. Shulman chops it out of the air, gains the line, dumps in. This will give the Stars a chance to make their first change of the day. Just 45 seconds into it. It'll be the Zimmage, Fisher, and Russo line out there now as Zimmage harasses his man into an early pass in the offensive zone. It's Fisher trying to keep the zone. He does. Russo takes over now in the offensive zone near the half wall. The Mustangs, though, pick up that rolling puck and send it all the way up to Gorloff at center ice. Gorloff to Schaefer now, point to point. Schaefer gains the line, dumps it in softly toward Russo. Russo sticks it farther, and now Zimmage looks to take over all the way in the offensive zone. He's behind the net, throws it out front. It's going to be covered momentarily, but not frozen by the Mustangs goaltender. It's Schaefer dumping that puck in deeper. Nice stick lift by Zimmage. Sees Russo fire in after the puck. It's going to roll to the far half wall. Mustangs desperate to get this one out. Schaefer pinches in on the backhand, able to keep the zone, but the Mustangs do eventually take over and throw it past the blue line. And so it'll be Gorloff tracking all the way back to pick this puck up. Icing waved at the last second there. Gorloff on the puck, bodies his man. Shot comes in. A wonderful save there by Diatelli. Boy, that was out of nowhere. That shot came from the far corner, but Diatelli sees his first action of the game and rises to the challenge with 13-16 left to go here in the first. Jason Diatelli on the board with save number one. It'll be the Fauci line out there now. Puck won by the Mustangs momentarily, sent deeper into the zone. It comes out to the blue paint again. Rolling puck still loose. Diatelli covers it up that time, though, after what the Stars considered to be a late whistle in the blue paint. The puck was loose, a little bit out of the view, though, of the officials. In any event, no harm, no foul there for the Stars, as Diatelli got the big glove on it, and it's a defensive zone draw. Fauci wins that faceoff back. Schlesinger now turning and firing in the near corner, racking the puck all the way around toward Conforti. Conforti gets it onto his forehand, and he's got two Mustangs men all over him, but he is able to jab it out off the stick of Farrell. That's going to go all the way down, but not for an icing, as icing was waved. Took a deflection. Polisi out there as the third forward. Comes up the blue paint pretty well there, but the Mustangs able to take that bouncing puck and escape the zone. Leschner bodies his man right in front of the Stars bench. Now Fauci goes to retrieve at the end wall. Ice is very choppy behind the Stars net back there. Now, those are the Zamboni doors, and the Stars will have to pay attention to that as they try and take the puck out of their zone. It's now Conforti, through sheer will, getting that puck out of the defensive zone up to Fauci, who gains the line and dumps in. It's Polisi on the forecheck, working that puck in the near corner and trying to maintain control as the Stars have a partial change going here. Mustangs will fire that up. It's a high stick that's going to get washed here, though, because Coronati first to touch it, and the puck's going to come to Viscoso in the defensive end. Viscoso turns, works that puck up into the neutral zone. The Mustangs take over there, and it's Nicolaitis on the forecheck with Viscoso in for support, jamming that farther in the offensive zone. Nicolaitis shot out of a cannon, trying to get to that puck first. He does. Shot comes in, hits a body, never makes it to the net front, but a good zone keep there by Coronati. Rolling puck's going to come up to Pizarro at the far half wall. Pizarro tries to stick it farther there. Two Mustangs in the way. Rolling puck comes to Coronati. Save nicely by the Mustangs netminder. Onward we play. It's half visual, half audio broadcast here, given all the interference. Shot comes in there, and it goes just wide. Bizarro thought he had potted one there off the Schulman rebound. Instead, that shot goes just wide, and the Mustangs now desperate to get this puck out of the zone. They eventually chip it past the blue line. Only so far as Coronati, who's already gained center ice, looks to dump in again. Rolling puck comes up to Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis on the forehand, goes around one man, then two. He's in the slot, leaves it there for Viscoso. Watch out. Slapper doesn't quite connect as the Mustangs able to get the stick in the way on that slapper. So Coronati will track all the way back and send that puck right back up. It's a quick up to Bizarro. Bizarro tries a slapper, shut down there by the Mustangs goaltender, racked around toward the near half wall. Puck sits at the near half wall, backhanded farther into the slot, trying to corral it there are the Stars. Nicolaitis fires in, sends a tight angle shot all the way around, and it will be Nicolaitis receiving that return pass from the near point. Nicolaitis curls with it at the dot. Stick gets in the way there. It's deflected up is the puck, and it'll be Stars picking the puck up, throwing it up to the point. Puck thrown in again, jabbed right out by the Mustangs. Schaefer and Gorloff get back. Mustangs curl around. They gain the offensive zone. And now that rolling puck comes to Schaefer, who works it up toward Russo, just out of his reach on the headman pass. Rolling puck's going to come all the way in on target here, so it'll be sticked aside by the Mustangs goaltender, and onward we play. Towards 10 minutes left to go here in the first period. The Mustangs with speed through the neutral zone. It's a 3-on-2 momentarily. Long reach of the Stars cut out the threat initially, and then the one-timer doesn't connect. Oh my, the Stars through Gorloff, able to get in the way of that one. Shot never made it to the goal. Gorloff skates that all the way through the neutral zone, and then it's dumped in there by Fisher. The Mustangs and the Stars will make a change as this rolling puck goes to the far side of the blue line, and the Mustangs will jam it through the neutral zone, and Gorloff will retreat to his own defensive zone to pick that puck up. He's got two Mustangs men on him. He's able to work it up to the neutral zone. Mustangs break back in. It's the Mustangs sending that to the near corner. Puck goes all the way to the end board. Schaefer controls it there. Looks to reverse. Instead, changes his mind. Works it up toward Russo as that puck was bouncing on him. Puck goes to the near point, but not, the far point, but not out. And it'll be Gorloff tracking back behind his own net. Puck rolls on him, given the ice, but Schaefer there for support. Works it right back over to Gorloff. Now it's Polisi calling for the puck as it hops up into the Stars bench after a deflection. So with 9:10 left to play here in the first, it's going to be an offensive zone draw for the Mustangs. No, it's going to come out. Looks like it went off a Mustang stick. Well, a nice break there for the Stars to have this faceoff come outside their defensive zone. Puck's dropped. It's one over to the weak side of the ice by the Mustangs, and they will dump on in. It's now Farrow on the puck on his backhand. He's got Polisi in front of him. Farrow skate that up. Bouncing puck's going to go through the blue line, and it comes to Conforti. Gains the offensive zone. A nice backhand pass toward Polisi, who fires in. That puck saved up and over the net. And the Mustangs will have it at the end boards. Well, Conforti combining with Polisi there very nicely. Nice shot on net. Just a better save by the Mustangs netminder. It's now the Mustangs wearing their home whites coming into the offensive zone. They play a dump and chase game now as they have the puck in the far corner. They tap it to the end boards. Farrow fires in, picks up the puck on his backhand, and shovels it up toward Polisi. And that puck's going to get all the way out of the zone. Good clearance there by the Stars as the Mustangs go back to their own circles to pick that puck up. Now the Mustangs again through the neutral zone. Leschner out there, able to body his man off the puck. Farrow takes it, sends it off the glass, but the Mustangs with a hand pass break back into the zone just a bit too soon. So call it offsides, call it a hand pass. Either way, it's going to come outside the zone for the skaters, and it'll give the Stars a chance to complete their change now. It'll be Nicolaitis with Schulman and Bizarro. Coronati and Viscoso as the defenders. Nicolaitis wins that faceoff back to Coronati. Goes point to point for Viscoso. Viscoso shovels that up to the neutral zone. Schulman taps it farther, and the puck sits in the neutral zone momentarily. Mustangs will take back over at the red line. They work that up to center ice, do the Mustangs, and they dump in, but without possession. Coronati will turn, fire that toward Bizarro, comes up to the red line, and the Mustangs fire it right back in, but offside. And so, with 7:46 left to go here in the first period, these teams very much feeling each other out. Just halfway through the first frame. It's going to be a center ice drop, as that's where the puck was dumped in from on the offside. Puck's dropped, won by Nicolaitis, but the Mustangs fire in. A nice stick there by Coronati, cuts out the threat, and now it's the Stars through Schulman, coming right back the other way, up the right wing. Schulman looks, shoots, fires. That puck was loose for a moment. but the Mustangs able to clear the danger and emerge from their own zone. Mustangs now with speed across the blue line, bodied there where the Mustangs. Viscoso wanted to introduce the Mustangs forward to his teammates at the bench, and he did so. It'll be Coronati with speed. It's a 2-on-1. Schulman breaking down the right wing. Coronati tries to take the shot, and the Ice Monster gobbles the puck there. And so onward the Stars play in the offensive zone. It's thrown up to Pizarro, covering at the far point. Pizarro lasers one just wide of the cage, and the Mustangs try and pick it up at the near half wall. So Mustangs on the puck there, working that puck up past the blue line, and Viscoso again bodies his man, but this time he's going to go to the sin bin for it. As his man at 6:53 was coming through the neutral zone, but it'll be Viscoso to the box for 2 minutes. And in this tie game, the Stars will go down a man first. Well, Viscoso had stood up his man at neutral ice, but adjudged to be a foul hit by the officials on the ice. So it'll be Russo as a penalty killer, winning that faceoff. Stars try and clear the zone. Puck still sits at the half wall. Russo bodies it farther, not out. Mustangs will set up at the top of the circle. They fire in. Diatelli with the initial save. Loose puck there. And after a couple of jabs, the Stars defenders had had enough. It was Gorloff and Schaefer who came in and pushed the Mustangs players out of the blue paint. So it'll be Russo and Zimmich as the forwards for this penalty kill unit. Schaefer and Gorloff as the defenders. Pucks dropped. One forward by Russo, not out of the zone just yet. Mustangs throw that in. A wonderful deflection save by Diatelli as we play on. Shot comes in again. Hits a couple of bodies in front. It's loose at the top of the blue paint. Jabbed out by the Stars. The Mustangs will have to reset in the neutral zone. Zimmich on the forecheck. Pushes his man farther there. All the way to the near corner. It's racked around to the far corner. And the Mustangs will look to break out on the power play. Still the Mustangs breaking into the offensive zone now, and that shot rolls wide. 1:17 left to go on the man advantage for the Mustangs. Upended there, no arm up in the air though, as the Mustangs go to work in the offensive zone. It's thrown up here to the near point, and the shot comes in. Deflection goes up and over the cage. Mustangs looking to get some traffic in the blue paint and some shots from the point. It'll now be Farrow circling with the puck, getting that onto his forehand, racking it over towards Zimmich at the near half wall. Zimmich dodges a hit, and the puck comes off his stick momentarily as the Mustangs throw that rink wide. It's Russo pushing his man, and the puck all the way up past the point, and that's going to be a zone clearance for the Stars, who can consider a change on this one if they want to. It's Leshner firing that forward so the Stars can get that change. Crafty play by him to bank that off the wall and not have the puck go for an icing. Onward we play. 29 seconds left to go in the man advantage as Fisher on the forecheck forces a pass that goes all the way back into the Mustang zone and then picks up the puck, throws it into the blue paint. Look out! Nikolaitis shooting, gets one bite at it. Saved the first time, deflected the second, and now the Mustangs pour right back the other way. We tick under 5 minutes left to go here as the Mustangs come into the offensive zone. Good stick work by Coronati. Cuts out the threat in the low slot. And now it'll be Fisher and Coronati working that puck forward in the offensive zone. Fisher shoots a nice screen shot as he put that just to the side of the Mustangs man. In any event, we're back to 5-on-5 hockey here as the Stars gain the offensive zone. They've got possession down low, working that all the way across the ice into the slot. One-timer doesn't connect. Schaefer sees his man go to the half wall, and then a big hit there as the Stars able to keep that puck on the proper side of the blue line only momentarily. 4:31 left to go as the Stars are offside in the offensive zone, and it'll be a faceoff just outside that Mustang zone. Fauci, Polisi, Conforti as the forwards. Viscoso and Coronati as the defenders. Fauci over the dot, wins that over toward Conforti. Puck rolls on him momentarily, and the Stars will look to take over at center ice. It's Coronati, good stick work there, sends it to the weak side. Polisi stays on side, then jabs that puck just a bit deeper. Puck sits in the offensive zone. Stars look to take back over on the forecheck. Mustangs work that rink wide, chip it up to the far point. Not out, though. Shot hits a body in front, and now it's a 2-on-1 for the Mustangs the other way. Viscoso back to try and jam this up. Mustangs load up on the forehand, and they shoot and score. Well, the Mustangs able to score on that 2-on-1 as the puck had just rolled off the Stars' sticks in the offensive zone. So with 4 minutes even left to go here in the first, it's the Mustangs 1, Stars 0. Well, the Stars will look to get that back quickly. It's Fauci, Polisi, Conforti out there as the forwards, Gorloff and Schaefer as the defenders. Mustangs roll all 5 of their players out there now. And Polisi and his counterpart told to back out of the circle. Puck's dropped. Fauci ties up his man. Puck chipped over toward Polisi. Polisi goes around his man, loads up, shoots in. That puck is gloved up and over the net. And the Stars will look up to set up again. Bouncing puck comes all the way out of the zone. Must have hit a Stars stick, though, as icing was waved early there. Gorloff tracks all the way back, picks up the puck, jabs it farther. Mustangs pinch in to keep the zone. It's Schaefer now turning on the puck. Works that puck to the near corner, and circling back now was Fauci. Fauci finds Polisi. Polisi up to Conforti. Conforti gains the blue line and dumps on in on the backhand. It'll be Polisi picking that puck up in the far corner, throwing it to the slot, looking for a one-timer. It hits a body. It's jabbed farther there by Conforti, but the Mustangs will emerge with it. They send it all the way out of the zone. A nice diagonal pass. We'll see the Mustangs gain the offensive zone and dump that puck all the way in. It'll be Gorloff again in the near corner, turning to pick it up, working that puck up to Polisi, who takes a hit but makes a wonderful breakout play. It's a 2-on-1 the other way. Fauci to Conforti. Fauci picks up the puck. He rolls in, and that puck just out of his reach in the offensive zone, so he'll try and pick it up in the near corner. The Stars made a partial change here as Schulman's out there now. Fauci trying to find his teammates at center ice. Curling with the puck comes Bizarro. Bizarro still out there looking for center ice. Throws it across the blue paint, and it'll be Farrow sending that puck in. Fauci comes for his change as the puck sits in the offensive zone. Nicolaitis fires into the offensive zone. Mustangs have possession. They work it up to the far half wall, and then out of the zone on a saucer pass that misses everybody. It should go for an icing. It does. 2:26 left to go here in the first period. It'll be an offensive zone draw for the Stars, who'll have the full Nicolaitis line out there now, and Viscoso and Coronati as the defenders. It'll be Nicolaitis at the far dot to take this drop. Nicolaitis wins that cleanly. Coronati goes skate to stick. It's thrown in. Looking for a deflection was Viscoso. It finds a Mustangs player first, though, and the Mustangs will break out. Mustangs send that all the way into the offensive zone. Happy to dump and chase early on in this one. Viscoso first to the puck. He racks it off the end wall and works it all the way up. No Viscoso and Coronati, but then it's dumped right back in by the Mustangs. Rolling puck hops over Bizarro's stick. Bizarro applies the pressure on the forecheck. Mustangs able to evade momentarily. Deflected puck hits a Stars shin guard, and now coming out are the Stars and the Mustangs of the Stars zone. The Mustangs look to reset in the neutral zone. It's Coronati picking up the puck on the backhand. He'll go point to point for Viscoso right in front of the camera well. Viscoso picks up the puck, tries to send it deeper there. He turns instead, finds Coronati on the far side of the ice. Coronati uses the boards. It's Bizarro now in stride, throwing that toward the slot, picking it up again, looking to send that to the back post. Waiting there was Nicolaitis. Instead, the pass couldn't get through, and now it'll be the Mustangs trying to get the puck out of the zone. They do. They skate it all the way out. They gain center ice and look to dump in. Puck comes as far as Viscoso, who fires it up toward Bizarro. It's another quick up. Bizarro looks to track that rolling puck down as the Stars make a change with the puck in the offensive zone. It's Bizarro curling with the puck at the far corner. Stars making some good, safe changes in this first period as the puck is in the offensive zone when they're able to make their changes. It's Schaefer bodying his man. We get no arm raised, but we do get a whistle here as a Mustangs player is down after Schaefer had knocked his man off the puck. And so with 54.8 seconds left, we have a stoppage in play. And of course, everyone here in the rink hopes the best for the Mustangs player who is still down. Out comes a Mustangs coach to check on the player. And the Stars will head to their bench. In a gesture of respect, give the Mustangs player time and space. Well, the Mustangs player up to his skates now. Going to be able to skate off under his own power, and you love to see that. Obviously a good sign, and you just hope that he's able to come out there just as soon as possible. And the result of all of that is going to be a face-off just outside the Stars zone. It'll be Zimmage, Fisher, and Russo. Orloff and Schaefer as the defensive pair. Zimmich takes that drop, wins it back toward his defenders, but the Mustangs fire right in. The Mustangs taking some risks here late in the first to try and get another one on the board. It'll be the Mustangs taking that from the near corner, sending it toward the end boards once again. Mustangs pile in there. Schaefer to it first, jams it up to the far point, not out. Dumped in again by the Mustangs, and it'll be Schaefer trying to stick it farther. Mustangs, though, able to take over at the near half wall and send it up to the near point. They look to set up a shot. Instead, they'll just dump in again. 25 seconds left to go here as the Mustangs have it behind the net on the backhand. They're pushed wide by Zimmich. Puck comes up to the far point, dumped in once again. Schaefer again bodies his man off the puck. Looking for Gorloff. 2 Mustangs men in the way, though. So Zimmich fires in for support. It's sticked again behind the net. 7 seconds left to go as the Stars happy to just play pitch and catch here at the end of the first period because the buzzer is about to go. There it goes. After 1 from Freeport, New York. It's the Long Island Mustangs 1. The New York Stars 0. Stick around. We're going to put 15 minutes on the board. Do it all over again after these messages from our sponsors. This is Midnight Sports. Hockey fans, what if I told you that there was an all-knowing entity who sees everything you do, think about, and communicate? No, not God. This entity doesn't judge you at any point, but it does keep receipts. That's right, hockey fans. Youth Hockey on Midnight Sports is brought to you by your internet browser history. Every single search you've made online is stored somewhere waiting to be discovered. Maybe you searched for same-day cake delivery on your spouse's birthday because you forgot. Or how to unclog a toilet because. Either way, the internet never forgets your internet browser history. Let's hope St. Peter doesn't have a copy. All right, folks, 15 minutes on the board for period number 2. Still some strategy sessions here in Freeport, New York. So we're going to give you the old royalty-free music treatment just for a moment until the players come back over the boards. Well, didn't have to wait too long on that one, did you? Here come the players. It's a 1-0 Mustangs lead as we enter the second period of a long change. What does that mean? Well, the Stars' defensive end is all the way down there, and their bench is all the way up here. That means when they make a change, they've got to skate a long way to do it. Just like the Mustangs do in this period. It'll be Viscoso taking that face-off win, working it over for Coronati, then pumped out of the zone. And it's Fisher gaining the offensive zone, throwing in. That puck takes a deflection up into the netting, though. And so it'll be an offensive zone draw for the Stars as we kick this one off. And a quick line change for the men in their road navy blues. It will be Fauci out there with Polisi and Conforti. Coronati and Viscoso remain as the defensive pair. Fauci takes that face-off win over to the far half wall. Fired in there by the Stars. Bouncing puck goes wide of the cage. Mustangs look to pick it up at the near half wall right in front of the Stars bench. That puck gets bodied just out of the zone. And so with 4:31 left to go here in the second, it's going to be a face-off just outside the Mustang zone. Immediate push here by the Stars. Stars gain that face-off win, throw it all the way into the zone, and it'll be the Mustangs tracking back behind their net to try and pick it up and send it on out. It comes up to Coronati. Coronati fires it in, takes a deflection wide. Polisi now behind the net with it on the back end. Throws it net front, and now it's jabbed just wide there by Conforti. Stars look to pick it up in the near corner. Puck sits in the near corner momentarily. Polisi fires it up toward Conforti, who was looking for Fauci in the slot, but it hit a stick, and now the Mustangs are going to slide this puck out of the zone. Looked like a hand pass. It was. Always okay on the defensive side to pass it with your hand when you're in your own zone, but not when you are outside of it. And because that puck was picked up outside the zone, the whistle went immediately, and we'll have a face-off, again, just outside the Mustang zone. With 13:57 left to go here in the second. as Pizarro taking that face-off win alone in the slot, fires in. It was a screen shot, but it hit a skate and went wide. So the Mustangs pick it up at the far circle. They work it up to the slot. Pizarro on the back check, forces his man into a nifty move down the right wing. Mustangs gain the zone. They throw it all the way around, and now the Stars look to get this out as the Mustangs reverse. Mustangs at the near half wall. Puck sits there momentarily, but it was Pizarro who was able to get that puck out of the zone. Mustangs will take over at their own blue line. They throw it up to the weak side of the ice. Farrow will recover in his own defensive zone. Tries to throw that puck out of the zone, and it sits between his skates momentarily, and now it'll be the Stars looking to break out once again. It is Farrow on the puck. He dances around one man, dumps that puck all the way and nearly receives the self-pass, but the Mustangs able to send it right back the other way. Mustangs throw that puck in deep. It's Pizarro bodying his man off the puck momentarily so that Leshner can throw it over toward Schulman. Schulman at the far half wall, jabs it farther, and now Nikolaitis takes it in stride. He's got Pizarro down the left wing, but a man draped all over him. No call coming as the man went all the way to the ice, and Pizarro tries to jab that farther for Nikolaitis. Nikolaitis reverses to himself, goes around the net. He's on the backhand. It's sticked off his stick momentarily, throws it up to Farrow. Farrow loads up, skates in, throws that just wide of the cage, just over the glove of the Mustangs netminder. Bouncing puck comes in. Pizarro nearly one-timed it to the back of the net, but it hopped on him, and so now Nikolaitis tries to track it down in the far corner. Schulman in for support. Mustangs there. Schulman bodies his man off the puck. Mustangs, though, emerge with it, and it'll be Leshner turning and running with his man down to the offensive zone. It's the Mustangs throwing that puck in. Diatelli with a nice save as the Stars able to clear the zone. Mustangs take over at center ice. Stars looking for a line change here. Schulman on the forecheck keeps that puck from leaving the zone momentarily, so the Stars can change 3 of their 5 skaters. It's the Mustangs breaking out of their zone. Farrow stays out there. Leshner with him. Zimmage now on the ice. Russo and Fisher. Shot comes in. Ends up going well wide of the cage on a deflection, and now it'll be the Stars working that puck through the neutral zone. Russo jousts with his man, works that puck back toward Farrow, jams that puck up into the offensive zone, but without possession. Mustangs send it right back the other way, so Farrow recovers at the red line, works it point to point for Leshner, sends it off the glass in deep. It's now Zimmage firing in on the forecheck. Mustangs fire that puck around, and it comes up to Russo here at the near half wall, who jams it in deeper. Zimmage now on the puck at the end boards, kicks it over, comes toward Russo. A good stick lift, though, by the Mustangs. Cut out the threat, and they skate it out of the zone. It's a 3-on-3 right back the other way. The Mustangs gain the line. They dump in. Puck goes all the way to the end boards. It's thrown up to the near point is that puck. The Mustangs fire in. Wide deflection rolls in, and Diatelli stands tall there as that rolling puck had come in on him, and he did very well to shut it down as that puck was going well wide of the cage, hit a couple of bodies. And so, with 11:02 left to go here in the second, Jason Diatelli stands tall. Stars look to win that face-off and get it out of the zone. It's Russo on the puck now. He throws that up toward Fisher. It's a mini break. Fisher in all alone. Fisher still in. He stops, shoots, saved nicely there. Puck comes toward Russo, and a stick gets in the way. Well, it would have been a wonderful, wonderful goal for the Stars. Instead, it's the Mustangs breaking the other way. Boy, Fisher put the moves on the Mustangs goaltender, but instead, it rolled up, and now it's a Mustangs goal. A deflection in low. Sees that puck come to a streaking Mustangs player at the back post. Interestingly, the clock never moved while that play was going on. But alas, if you're a Stars fan, the goal's still going to count. It's now Mustangs 2, Stars nothing. Well, 11:03 still on the clock, as the case may be. In this Stars' favor, they need all the time they can have out there on the ice to even this one up. And so it's the Stars firing forward through Viscoso in the far corner, trying to work that puck just a bit deeper. He does. He finds Conforti. Polisi awaits. Oh, my, oh, my. Conforti had faked everyone out except the post. He hit the inside of the post, and that puck bounced right back out. And onward we play now as the puck's all the way in the Stars zone. It's Polisi trying to get that puck out of the zone. He does. Good stick lift there, and it's Conforti on the forecheck now after hitting the iron, looking for more. That rolling puck's going to stay in the zone. A good zone keep initially there by Viscoso, and now it'll be Fauci tracking back leaving that for Coronati. Dances around one man and finds Polisi in the zone. It's Polisi trying to get that puck farther for Conforti, who was coming back post. Comes all the way to the end boards. Conforti there first. Tries to go around his man. Gets taken out of the play, and it'll be the Mustangs working the puck up to the near half wall, and now puck rolls at the blue line and is jabbed out of the zone. Viscoso picks it up there, dumps it right back in. Big push by the Stars after the second Mustangs goal. It's Conforti forcing a pass that comes up toward Viscoso, looking for the one-timer were the Stars. The Stars couldn't get it out of their skates there, and it'll be the Mustangs in a mini 2-on-1 coming the other way. Viscoso leans in on that one. He's able to do enough to force a soft shot, and so Diatelli makes the save, and the Stars play on. Now that rolling puck comes to the far circle. It's Viscoso working that all the way to the end boards. Rolling puck stays there momentarily until the Stars do work it up past the blue line. Interesting, knowing no offside called there, as the official, certainly in a much better position than me, to judge that one. Shot comes in, hits a body in front, goes to the end board. Stars trying to get this puck out of the zone after a good amount of zone time for the Stars. It'll be the Mustangs working it right back the other way. Mustangs through the neutral zone, dance into the offensive zone, but offside. And so we finally get a stoppage in play here with 9 minutes and 2 seconds left to go in the middle frame. It'll be a face-off just outside the Stars zone. Farrow, Bizarro, Nicolaitis, Leshner, and Schulman out there for the hockey team from Brooklyn. Nicolaitis cleanly wins that, and the puck's worked up to Bizarro and then to Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis into the offensive zone. He'll chip and chase there. Nicolaitis all the way to the end boards. He gets rubbed out of the play by a stick. No call coming, though. Puck's loose. Schulman picks it up at the far side of the ice. Schulman gets onto the forehand, dumps it in deeper for Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis goes to retrieve behind the net. Upended. Bizarro fires in on the forecheck. Farrow pinches in. He keeps the zone momentarily. Rolling puck, though, does come to a Mustangs player who breaks into the offensive zone. Tries a dangle, but Leshner, keen to that one, able to throw it to the nearer corner. It's the Stars trying to get this puck past the blue line. Instead, the Mustangs fire in, stick to side nicely by Diatelli, harmlessly all the way over to the far corner. Mustangs try and set it up in the slot. Bizarro there. Schulman now finds Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis streaks into the offensive zone. He gets bodied, tries to go around his man. The puck rolls to the end boards. The Mustangs fire it on a reverse, right back up to the near half wall. Mustangs work that puck up, and it's stick aside by Leshner. Bodies going everywhere right at the blue line. Somehow no one was offside. So Mustangs turning, firing in. Diatelli kicks that one aside. So now the Mustangs trying to go to work in the offensive zone. Rolling puck comes into the slot. Leshner there. He's going to fire this up off the glass. It might go all the way down for an icing. Spinning puck, though, is going to be stopped by the Mustangs goaltender. Wasn't clear icing was going to be waved, but it was after that. And now the rolling puck comes over to Fisher. Fisher in the offensive zone. Tries to throw that net front. Hits a body. Picks up the puck again. Bizarro net front. Sees that puck go all the way past all the Stars players, so it'll be Schaefer tracking back now to pick up the puck on the forehand. He works that puck up to the strong side of the ice. Mustangs in the way. It's kicked farther there by Schaefer, then thrown past a man. Russo trying to get to this puck first at the far half wall. Mustangs had a better angle on it as Russo was coming all the way across the ice, but he's done enough to jam up his man and gives Image time to fire in for support. Image nearly coming away with that puck. Rolling puck goes to the end boards. It's Fisher throwing the body around now at the end boards. Mustangs will emerge with it, but probably with a couple of bruises for their trouble. Stars pick up that puck at neutral ice. It's Russo throwing it right back in. Image on the forecheck. He's going to be first to this at the end wall. Image tries to throw that up to Fisher. Nearly connects, but a Mustang stick gets in the way. And that's the way it's been so far in the early going for the Stars. It's now the Mustangs firing into the offensive zone. They're at the side of the cage. Puck's still there as the Mustangs look to get something with some open ice in front. Thrown well wide of the cage, looking for another deflection. Where are those Mustangs? It's the Stars now trying to work this out of their own zone at the far half wall. 4 and 5 players in on this puck, but turning to pick it up are the Mustangs. They fire in, and that puck comes in short side. Well, it was a laser of a wrist shot there for the Mustangs, and they're able to score with 6:19 left to go here in the second. Well, the Stars with a big offensive push there the last 3 or 4 minutes, but it's the Mustangs who find the back of the net. And so, 6:19 left to go in this one. Mustangs have increased their lead. Ensuing faceoff sees the Mustangs dump that win all the way in. And so it'll be the Stars looking to clear their lines once again as we tick close to 6 minutes left to go in this second period. Puck rolls to the far side of the ice. It'll be Polisi jamming it farther there. If this one's on target, it won't go for an icing, but it does go just to the side of the cage as we are at 5:57 left to go in the second. It's going to be a defensive zone draw for the Stars. Now it'll be Fauci to take this draw. He's got Polisi and Conforti out there with him. This line has had some jump, including when Conforti hit the inside of the Mustangs post, about as close as the Stars have come. Putting one past this Mustangs netminder. Diatelli with a reaction save. Nicely done there as the Mustangs trying to pour it on. Instead, it's the Stars getting the puck out of the zone, and the Mustangs will dump right back in. Stars in the way through Coronati. Viscoso picks up that loose puck behind his net. He'll curl around, reverse, and look for Coronati at the far side. Instead, self-reverse, faking everybody on the rink out. Puck rolls toward Polisi, but it's jabbed farther by the Mustangs until the Stars get to it and throw it out of the zone. It's Coronati on the puck, gaining the offensive zone. He goes around one man. He finds an open Fauci. Fauci shoots. He scores. Well, the Stars get that one back immediately. And it was Coronati taking that puck all the way into the offensive zone. And Matthew Fauci able to put it past the Mustangs netminder on the backhand and cut this lead of the Mustangs to 2. 5:14 left to go here in the middle frame. It's Mustangs 3, Stars 1. Nicolaitis at the dot, clean win. Viscoso will track back to his zone to pick that puck up. Now Viscoso on the puck, flicking that up and out of the zone, and now Bizarro shoots after it, gains the offensive zone, jabs it farther for Nicolaitis. Way out of his cage is the Mustangs goaltender, throwing the glove on that one. A good 4 or 5 feet outside of the blue paint. That rolling puck was coming in, and the Mustangs netminder did whatever he had to do with 4:57 left to go here in the second to cover that puck up. It'll be Nicolaitis again at the dot. Ties up his man. Bizarro fires in, works that puck to the far corner. It's Bizarro still on the puck. He's on the backhand. Schulman for support. Bizarro curls onto the forehand, and then a drop pass for Schulman. Schulman picks it up there. He gets hooked just a bit. No arm raised, though, as Bizarro tries the give and go with Schulman. Doesn't quite connect, and so the Mustangs will tap that all the way down. That should go for an icing. It does. 4:35 left to play here in the second period. Offensive zone draw upcoming for the Stars. Well, it'll be Nicolaitis at the near dot. Bizarro, Farrell, Leshner, and Schulman out there with him. Nicolaitis leans over that dot, trying to win this on the backhand over toward Schulman. He does. Schulman fires in on that puck at the top of the circle. He throws it rink wide as his stick just connected with a Mustang stick at first. Mustangs able to chip that out of the zone, but it's Farrell calmly working that puck up through the neutral zone again. And then it's Leshner finding Bizarro. Bizarro looks up. He's got Schulman at the far side of the ice. Works it over to him. Oh, a wonderful save there by the Mustangs goaltender. The one-timer from Schulman needed 1 extra inch of lift to get over the leg pad of the Mustangs goaltender. Icing waved here as the puck goes all the way down to the other end of the ice. Nicolaitis works that puck up for Bizarro. Bizarro takes that tape-to-tape pass, works it over for Schulman. Schulman picks up the puck, jams it in the offensive zone, and Nicolaitis is going to be first to it as we tick under 4 minutes left to go. Stars really buzzing here. That puck's going to roll out of the offensive zone. Commentators curse as Farrell is going to have to pick it up in his own end. Both the Stars and the Mustangs make a change as Farrow sends that up off the boards, and the puck's going to roll all the way to the Mustangs at their own blue line. They throw it right back up strong side. Bouncing puck misses everybody, so Zimmich fires in now. Pick up the puck in his own end. He's on the backhand, curls behind his own net. Mustangs try and pinch in. Zimmich just dancing around players out there. He's beaten 3 of them already. Maybe he wants more. Going 150 feet, dodging a hit, trying to throw that to the net front. Hits a shin guard. And now in for support come the Stars. Puck comes to the slot. Shot comes in. It's still loose to the side of the blue paint. Mustangs able to clear momentarily. Puck rolls up to Fisher. Fisher shoots. Shut down nicely on the blocker of the Mustangs goaltender. It's Zimmich behind the net now. as he has the puck, working it over toward Russo. Russo on the forehand, looks up, tries to send it to the point. Instead, curls with it on the backhand. It's still Russo there. Sends that puck off the wall to himself, shoots just wide, and now it's Leshner on the puck. He'll jam that puck in just a bit deeper. Zimmage with a nice stick lift, keeps his skates as two men lean on him. Fisher curls at the dot with it. Fisher to the slot, trying to find Russo, and it's still Fisher on the puck. He's on the forehand, he shoots, he scores! Oh boy, Fisher with an absolute laser. That's a highlight reel goal. It was a bottle popper, folks, as Fisher took it from the far circle, hit the back of the net, and popped the Gatorade bottle off the top of the net for good measure. Well, the Stars have taken this to a one-goal game late here in the second. It's now Long Island Mustangs 3, Stars 2. 2:28 left to play here in the second period. It'll be Fauci, Conforti, and Polisi out there as the forwards. Looks like a Mustangs player went to the box there, and unclear as to whether it's going to be a 5-on-4. Well, a fifth Mustangs player comes out here, so it looks like we can see from our vantage point, it's actually just an equipment issue for the Mustangs player. No words exchanged there after the Stars goal or anything like that. It's just an equipment issue. And so, 5-on-5 hockey, 2:23 left to play here. We'll do it all over again at center ice. Fauci at the dot. Puck sits there momentarily. Now under a Mustangs player. Conforti able to work it farther in the neutral zone, but without possession now as the Mustangs throw that into the offensive zone. Schaefer will turn, track that puck down. He's on it, works that over toward Gorloff, who chips it up for Polisi. Polisi uses the boards, jabs it past, and now it'll be Fauci with speed, working it up toward Conforti. Conforti in the slot. He's got a man on him there, tries to send it back over to Fauci. Almost the prettiest play you'd ever seen. Instead, though, it'll be Gorloff keeping the zone by kicking it up into the roof. And so with 1:57 left to go here in the second, we get a stoppage in play as that puck went up into the roof of the bubble out here in Freeport, Long Island. We give the Stars a chance to roll the Nicolaitis line out there. It's Pizarro and Schulman with him. Puck's dropped, won by Nicolaitis, jabbed farther by Viscoso, hits a skate, and the Mustangs will throw that right back out of the zone, pick it up in the neutral zone, but Viscoso able to knock his man down. Interesting that they're going to call interference on this, given how close his man was to the puck. Well, Viscoso not particularly happy with that call, but it'll stand. And so the Stars, with 1:47 left to go here in the second, down a goal and down a man for the next 2 minutes. It'll be Nicolaitis and Schulman as the penalty-killing forwards. Looks like Schaefer out there, and Gorloff as the defensive pair. Sorry, these eyes aren't what they used to be. Sometimes it takes a moment to see all the numbers. In any event, the Stars work that up to the near point. Not out just yet as the Mustangs look to set up. A nice shot block by the Stars in the low slot. Sees that puck go up to the blue line. Not out again, though. Stars this time do jam that out of the zone. And it's the Mustangs pouring right back in as we tick under 1:20 left to play here in the second. Puck comes up to the near point. That rolling puck does get all the way out. The Mustangs will have to pick it up at center ice and work it right back up at the near point. It's the Stars jamming it right back out of the zone, though. Nice penalty kill thus far by them. As the puck rolls to Nicolaitis, he picks it up, jabs it all the way in from center ice. The Stars can make a full change out of this one if they want it. Schaefer and Gorloff will stay out there, but Pizarro and Zimmage now keep the offensive zone. It's Zimmage dumping right back in, and the Mustangs will have to collect it in their own end. Pizarro on the forecheck. It's chipped up just past him. Zimmage, though, is in there with Pizarro. It's a mini 2-on-1. Sent over towards Zimmage, who shoots and scores. It's a shorty with 32 seconds left to go. It was Zimmage who was able to cut out the zone exit, and he left it for Pizarro, who found him streaking toward the back post. Zimmage made a wonderful move, forehand to backhand, and was able to round the netminder and tie this one up late here in the second. With 32 seconds left to go in the middle frame, it's now a 3-3 hockey game. Stars still have a penalty left to kill here. 44 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the Mustangs, but it's now a tie game as Zimmich bodies his man into the boards. Leshner picks up that loose puck, fires it to the far point. Not out just yet. Rolling puck this time is chipped all the way out of the zone. This puck is going to twirl and spin all the way down to the Mustangs netminder, who sticks that puck out. 12 seconds left to go in this one. Second period, that is, as the Mustangs pick up the puck in the offensive zone. A couple of Stars sticks in the way, and now they're playing with renewed verve with just 4 seconds left to go here in the second. It'll be a defensive zone draw for the Stars. Now it'll be Zimmich at the dot, getting the time up instruction from the bench with just 4 seconds here. Puck's dropped. Zimmich does exactly as instructed. The Mustangs take that shot, and it goes wide of the cage, and there goes the buzzer. After 2, it's the Long Island Mustangs 3, the New York Stars 3. Stick around. We're going to get crazy. Throw 15 minutes on the board one last time and do it all over again right after these messages from our sponsors. This is Midnight Sports. Youth Hockey on Midnight Sports is brought to you by Family Vacations. Hockey fans, winter break is almost upon us, and our friends at Family Vacations are here to remind us that there's nothing quite like packing your car up to the gills, loading the kids in and driving for hours at a time. With Family Vacations, you can go to all the trouble of taking time off work, spending more money in a week than you'd like to spend in a month, and yelling at your kids to stop fighting and using screens all at the same time. Normally, it'd take you hours or even days to get upset and wonder what decisions in your life led you to have the type of blood pressure readings that only astronauts should get. But with Family Vacations, we can provide that in a matter of minutes. Family Vacations. You chose to do this. Well, folks, I promise, Midnight Sports has no deal with LIAHL Q games to try and keep them interesting and keep you awake late into the night. It just happened to work out that way, but we can't thank you enough for joining us here late on a Sunday from Freeport, Long Island. And I'll tell you, your optimism is paid off as we've got a tight one here, 3-2-3. As we've got 15 minutes on the board, and it's all to play for here in this Q game. Still 12 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the Mustangs to open this period up. Sticks being pounded. It's Russo and Zimmich as the forwards, Gorloff and Schaefer as the penalty killers. Viscoso will look to pop out of the box here in 12 ticks. Puck's dropped, one forward by Zimmich, and then the Mustangs get their stick in the way, and they're able to gain the offensive zone. Bodying their men are Russo and Gorloff. That puck rolls all the way to the end boards. It's Schaefer working it farther there, and the puck's returned, though, to the near side. Thrown in front. This is all sticks. Goes all the way up to the far point. Bouncing puck comes in, sticked aside there by the Stars. Back to 5-on-5 hockey as Zimmich takes over. It's Zimmich on the puck, working that puck up to Fisher, who receives it in stride, turns, and then gets bodied by a man. Gets the puck back in the slot. It's thrown wide off a body, though, so Schaefer will pinch in on the backhand, dump that puck in just a bit deeper. It'll be the Stars picking it up there, trying a wraparound, shut down by the Mustangs netminder, and the puck rolls to the near corner. Stars take over again. They throw it out, and that shot comes in. Saved again by the Mustangs goaltender as the Stars look to get another shot on net. Puck comes into the slot, but it's touched there by the Mustangs, and we'll see. As the whistle went, it must have been the Mustangs who touched it, and Diatelli was off for an extra skater which tells me it was a delayed penalty on the Mustangs. So with 14:04 left to go here in the third, the Stars will have their first power play of the game. Tied on the scoreboard and up a man for 2 minutes. Well, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. The scoreboard still reads as a penalty to the Stars, but in fact, it is a penalty on the Mustangs. Stars look to win that face-off, and Nicolaitis will get set up. Instead, the Mustangs throw that out of the zone, but Bizarro with a great stick, able to cut out the threat. That would have been a breakaway, but for Bizarro, working that stick in the way at the top of the slot for the Stars' defensive zone. Bizarro now finds Schulman. Schulman receives that pass in stride, gains the offensive zone, leaves it there at the half wall looking for Nicolaitis. Puck in the slot, bounces around, a couple of sticks in the way. The Mustangs get to it first. They fire it out of the zone. Puck's going to come all the way down. Should be an icing. There goes the whistle. 13:31 remaining here in the final period. Stars will keep the same 5 skaters out there. It's Russo, Nicolaitis, and Zimmich. Bizarro and Schulman. Nicolaitis to take this face-off at the far dot. Russo to his right. Puck rolls to Bizarro. Bizarro picks it up, works it to Schulman. Schulman walks the line, sends it right back down to Bizarro. Bizarro streaks in, throws that just wide of the cage after it hit a body. Mustangs able to work that puck up just to the near point. Zimmich delays, chips the puck into the zone. Mustangs try and cut out the threat. Zimmich gets it back and sends it right back down in the zone. It's now the Stars working that puck up to the high slot through Russo. Russo for Schulman. Puck sits there. Schulman down to Bizarro. Curling Bizarro to the bumper and Russo in the slot. Puck rolls, nearly tapped in back post. Instead, it's the Mustangs living to fight another day. Zimmich dances around his man, works that puck in just a bit deeper. Rolling puck comes up, shoveled farther there by Zimmich. 45 seconds left to go in the man advantage as the Mustangs able to send that puck all the way around and out of the zone. So it'll be Schulman picking that puck up. Quick up to Bizarro. Bizarro gains the zone. He's got Russo to his left. He dangles around his man. He's in all alone. Oh my, oh my. Dom Bizarro does it himself. He faked everybody in the rink out and was able to tap that one home. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, it's a goal like that that makes you wish you had a better vantage point up here in the camera well. Bizarro shoots and scores as the clock keeps ticking on your screen, but not in the rink. And so with 12:35 left to go here in the final period, it's the Stars 4, the Mustangs 3. A power play goal for Dominic Bizarro. Well, the Stars win that faceoff and shoot in. The Fauci line out there, throwing that net front, and it's corralled by the Mustangs, and they look to break out of the zone. It's Conforti, though, in the way on that one, able to gum up any zone breakout, and the Mustangs just have to fire that rink wide. Viscoso will take over in the neutral zone, try to jab it just a bit farther for Polisi. It's the Mustangs, though, dumping right back in. Puck rolls on all players as it comes out toward the slot. It was Coronati doing some good skate work, cutting out the threat. Now it's Polisi picking up the puck at the half wall, trying to fire it up out of the zone. Rolling puck to the top of the circle. 3 Stars to it first. They've got some real juice in their skates right now as that puck's going to come all the way in and come to the near half wall in the offensive zone. Viscoso manning the point there. Puck doesn't come up to him. It is jabbed up to the top of the slot, settled by Coronati, who finds Viscoso. Puck rolls off his stick just a bit. He jabs it farther, and it'll be Stars throwing that just wide of the cage. Conforti picks it up, works it up to the far point. That bouncing puck does hop over the blue line, so Coronati tracks back, finds Viscoso, who dumps on in. Viscoso nearly bought the Stars a too many men on the ice penalty against the Mustangs there. A veteran play by him as the Mustangs were making a change, and Viscoso did well to dump it in right off the Mustangs players who were changing, but no whistle went. Mustangs break into the offensive zone, but only so far as Zimmich cuts out the threat. Russo gains the line, dumps in, and it'll be Fisher now picking up the puck on the backhand in the offensive zone. Fisher throws it net front, puck comes in, saved nicely by the Mustangs there off the Russo shot. Russo nearly potted one on a lifted backhand, but it's the Mustangs goaltender who got across the goal mouth and cut out the threat. Stars, though, still have the puck in the offensive zone. Comes over to Russo in the far corner, tries to throw it farther there, as it'll be Zimmage using his body to protect the puck and reversing over toward Russo once again. Russo takes a look toward the point and dumps the puck in just a bit deeper. Again, another smart play there by the alternate captain. Slapper comes in, it's deflected, and it goes into the glove of the Mustangs netminder with 10:26 left to play here in the third. It's all Stars right now as they make a push in the offensive zone. It's Nikolaitis, Bizarro, Schulman, Gorloff, and Schaefer out as the 5 skaters in navy blue. Nikolaitis at the far dot. Wins that faceoff cleanly all the way back to Schaefer, who dumps it in a bit lower for Schulman. Bouncing puck toward the slot. Mustangs 2 at first. A good zone keep at first. No, the whistle now goes for an offside, and so with 10:16 left to go here in the third, it'll be a faceoff just outside the Mustang zone. Nikolaitis to take this drop. Schulman to his right, Bizarro to his left. Schaefer and Gorloff behind. Puck one forward by Nikolaitis. Mustangs throw it out of the zone. Nikolaitis able to get in the way of that one, along with Gorloff. Rolling puck comes to Bizarro. Bizarro able to get that puck into the zone. He protects it with his backhand and now dances on in, looking for the slot pass. Doesn't connect, though, and the Mustangs chip it harmlessly to the far corner. Now it comes up to Schulman. He shoots, and it's saved by the Mustangs goaltender with 9:53 left to go in this one. It's going to be another offensive zone draw for the Stars. Nikolaitis at the far dot to take this one. Setting up in the slot is Bizarro. Schulman to the left. Gorloff awaits at the top of the circle. Nikolaitis wins that over toward the half wall and takes over. Throws it to Bizarro. Thinks about a wraparound. Reverses and then reverses again. And a third time. Bizarro skating mini circles around. Finds Schaefer there, who shoots, and a wonderful save by the Mustangs netminder from point blank. Well, the Stars again pushing to find that twine in the back of the net. And the Mustangs goaltender equal to the task on that one. Another clean win there by the Stars. Comes up to Schaefer, who sends it in just a bit deeper. Rolling puck does hit a body eventually. And it'll be Nikolaitis separating his man from the puck as the puck rolls once again toward the slot. Schulman trying a toe drag there. Working that puck to the near corner. Puck sits there momentarily. And now it's the Stars trying to work it just deeper into the zone with some open ice. Stars throw it across the rink. Upended at net front was Nikolaitis. No call coming, though, as the Mustangs dump that one all the way down. Should go for an icing. It does. 9:08 left to play here out in Long Island. Stars with an offensive zone draw coming on up. Now it'll be Fauci to take this draw. He's got Polisi and Conforti out there with him. Farrow and Leshner, the defensive pair. Fauci looking to win this on the backhand. He does over toward the half wall, and it's Conforti firing in to hold the zone. Now bodying the puck is Fauci toward Conforti. Conforti throws that up to the slot. It hits a skate. The Mustangs will emerge with it. It's now the Mustangs making Farrow turn. Farrow first to the puck, rolls toward the slot, rolling puck, sticked aside by Diatelli. And the puck comes up to the near point. Shot comes in, again kicked aside by Diatelli. The Mustangs look to pick up the rebound. They throw it behind the net, and Farrow will turn, work that puck up toward Polisi at the half wall. Polisi able to chip that farther. Puck comes up to the blue line, but it's held in, and now the puck kicked aside by Diatelli. Well, the puck now into the slot. Shot comes in, and the Mustangs score. Well, the Mustangs had it between the hashes there. Had a little bit of time to put that home, and they did, evening this one up at 4 apiece with 8:23 left to go. Now the Stars will need another one if they want to come home with all 2 points in this Q game out here in Freeport. It'll be Zimmage at the center ice dot. He's got Fisher to his right, Russo to his left, Coronati and Viscoso as the defenders. Mustangs take over that puck. They dump it all the way in once they gain the line, and Coronati will turn and pick it up there. Jabs it farther up to the near half wall. It's Fisher picking it up, getting the call from Russo. Finds Russo. Cross the ice. Russo now dangles there. Tries a drop pass, but it's intercepted by the Mustangs who come right back the other way. Now Coronati working that puck up to the far half wall, not out. Mustangs trying to throw that net front. Look out. Slapper from the slot. Hits a body. A nice block there by Zimmage. Sees that puck go to the near corner. And now it's racked around by the Mustangs. And Coronati tries to shovel it out of the zone. The ice is getting kind of rough in that far corner as that rolling puck comes to the slot once again. A couple of sticks in the way. It's Zimmage doing the defensive work in the slot there, as a center should. Rolling puck comes up toward Fisher on the forecheck, and he forces a pass that Russo intercepts, and it'll be Russo jamming that out of the zone. Doesn't cross the blue line according to the linesman, and so onward we play. Russo doing good work on the opposite side of the ice there, trying to jam that puck out of the zone. Now it's the Stars working just as hard, and they do. They get the puck out of the zone. It's Fisher curling towards center ice. Leaves it there for Viscoso. Tries a one-timer, gets handcuffed a bit, but it's now the Stars through Russo picking it up again. Curling behind the net, reversing there in the near corner. Rolling puck comes toward Fisher, in for support. Russo back on the puck. He's got Viscoso at the near point. Puck rolls up toward Viscoso. Viscoso sends a wrist shot in. Hits a body, though, and goes wide. Viscoso jams it farther. Curling with it there is Fisher. Receives the return pass, and the puck is just sent off his stick. But Schaefer keeps the zone, throws that in. It's in the air. It's thrown right back toward the blue line, but not out. It's Viscoso sending that in. Nearly found the far corner. Instead, though, the Mustangs able to clear the zone, send it all the way down for an icing, as we're going to tick down to 6:29 left to go in this one. Stars making a push to reestablish that lead in the offensive zone. It'll be Nicolaitis, Bizarro, Schulman, Gorloff, and Schaefer out there as the 5 skaters for the away team. Nicolaitis at the far dot. Wins that faceoff cleanly. Schulman fires in. It's saved. Loose in front. The Mustangs to it first. It's now the Mustangs on the puck in the near corner. Puck sits there momentarily as the Mustangs try and jab it out. We get a whistle. Unclear as to what the call is going to be here. But it looks like a Mustang skater maybe coming to the box with 6:16 left to go in this one. A cross check on the Mustangs. So the score is tied, but the Stars about to be up a man for 2 minutes or fewer if they have their druthers. It'll be Russo. Zimmage. Bizarro out there as the forward. Schulman. And unclear who the 5th skater is just yet. There for the Stars. Probably Nicolaitis. There he is. He wins that draw. It's Schulman now working that puck from the blue line down towards Zimmage. Comes into the bumper, and it's deflected just wide. Bizarro first to the puck, though. Bizarro curls at the circle, tries to dangle around his man. Rolling puck goes to the end boards. It's the Stars through Zimmage, keeping the zone at the end boards, not giving the Mustangs any purchase just yet to throw it out of the zone. Stars working hard in the near corner. Puck sits on Zimmage's stick momentarily, but he's got 2 Mustangs men on him. He shoots. That puck, that was Nicolaitis shooting just wide of the cage as that rolling puck couldn't be settled. Schulman keeps the zone, works that puck in deeper for the Stars. And it'll be Schulman with a slapper off the corner of the net. Oh boy, 5.5 minutes left to go. Still 1:12 left to go on the man advantage for the Stars. It's now Russo working that puck in toward the slot, and it is finally sticked off his stick. And it's the Mustangs actually coming back the other way, trying to throw a shot in. But it was Schulman getting the better of his man, and now the Mustangs able to go around the net and score. Oh man, what a turn of events here in Long Island, as it looked like the Stars had scored with a shot to the upper corner. Instead, it's the Mustangs breaking back down the ice and scoring. And so, with 5:13 left to play in this one, it's Mustangs 5, Stars 4. Ensuing faceoff, still 55 seconds left to go on the man advantage here for the Stars. Coronati controls at center ice. Coronati flicks that one over toward Conforti. Conforti on the puck. Drop pass to Coronati. Coronati sends it right back down to Conforti, who receives the pass. Looks toward the slot. There, and the one-timer. It's a shot and a score. Oh, man. How about this for a game? I really hope you didn't go to bed, because that was Fisher putting it past the netminder for the Mustangs with 4:54 left to go. It's a power play goal for the Stars. 5-2-5 hockey game here, late out in Long Island. Ensuing faceoff will be Bizarro, Schulman, and Nicolaitis as the forwards. Bizarro works that over to Cornati, who dumps that puck in on net. It's just going to be covered there by the Mustangs goaltender with 4:46 left to go here in an offensive zone draw upcoming for the Stars. Well, just when you thought they were out, and they get pulled right back in by a Fisher goal. Nicolaitis leans over the far dot, wins that forward to the corner, and it'll be the Mustangs racking that off the boards and out, looking for another break. Instead, it's Viscoso back to this first as that puck rolls to the far corner. He's able to jam up his man. Now the Mustangs try to throw something net front, but it's the Stars streaking back to gum that up. Puck comes to the near half wall. It's kept in on a pinch, but only so far as Nicolaitis, who finds Bizarro, taps it past the blue line. It's sent right back into the zone, but offside with 4:19 left to go. It's going to be a face-off just outside the Stars zone. Well, it'll be Nicolaitis again with Schulman to his right, Bizarro to his left, Coronati and Viscoso as the defenders. Puck's dropped, won by Nicolaitis over toward Coronati, who works that puck up toward Bizarro, just out of his reach. Now the Mustangs will dump in just as far as Viscoso, chips that off the glass for Schulman. Schulman sends a long shot in, bouncing puck, saved nicely there by the Long Island Mustangs goaltender. Mustangs look to take over. It's the Stars keeping the zone. Flicking it on was Coronati. Finds Bizarro. Bizarro shoots, and it's saved there by the Mustangs goaltender. And we'll see what the whistle here is, as that puck was loose at the leg pads of the Mustangs netminder. Looks like the net came off its moorings. So we got that quick whistle with 3:54 left to play here in Freeport. Now it'll be Fisher, Zimmich, Russo as the forwards, Gorloff and Schaefer as the defenders to take this offensive zone draw. Russo over the far dot. Readies himself, ties his man up. Puck sits at the dot. Now that bouncing puck does leave the zone, and so turning for it is Gorloff. He skates with speed back into his own zone. He's at the bottom of the near circle. Flicks that up through the slot. He's going to find Russo there. Russo with a nice backhanded pass towards Zimmich, who gains the offensive zone with speed. Goes around one man. He's at the end wall. Puck bounces into the slot, goes just wide of the cage. Stars nearly had the lead on that bouncing puck. Instead, the puck comes all the way out of the zone, and Fisher will track back for it. Fisher at his own blue line works that puck up toward the weak side, slapped farther, though, by the Mustangs, and so it's Fisher working that in the offensive zone himself. Mustangs first to it. They throw it past the blue line. Gorloff settles that rolling puck down, leaves it strong side there. Mustangs try to pour forward, but instead it's Gorloff trying to work off the stanchion of the boards. He gains the offensive zone. He's got Fisher in the slot. Puck rolls there toward Russo. He shoots just wide of the cage. Russo trying to work that puck over toward Fisher. He's got the puck there, but we're going to get a call. Let's see. As the whistle goes, the Mustangs had touched that puck, and so we'll see if it's a Mustangs player going to the box here. It is a long skate over there for an elbow, and so with 2:54 left to go in this one, the Stars back to the power play late here on the road in Freeport. It'll be Russo, Nicolaitis, Bizarro, Zimmich, and Schulman as the five skaters. Puck's dropped, won by the Stars. Bizarro controls, but it's jabbed out of the zone by the Mustangs. That rolling puck's going to go all the way across the end line. It does with 4:45. Who's saying 2:45. There we go. Left to go in this game. Just trying to break up the tension a little bit by misreading every number on the screen. All right, 2:45 left to go. Face-off again won by the Stars there. Schulman takes it at the far point, works it down toward Bizarro. Bizarro on the forehand at the bottom of the circle, throws it in the slot. Shot comes in, and that's saved there. Up into, it looks like the netting by the Mustangs goaltender. Boy, that was a bang-bang play. Stars almost potted 18 seconds into the man advantage. Instead, well, this faceoff's going to come outside the zone, so it must have been a deflection that took it up into the netting off a Stars stick. Stars not protesting that one. And so the Stars will have to settle in the neutral zone. They do. Bizarro pours in now to the offensive zone. First to the puck, dances around his man, but loses control of the puck momentarily. Bouncing puck comes all the way up to Zimmich. Zimmich settles it there, works that puck in lower for Russo. Nicolaitis fires it across for Bizarro. Bizarro on the puck there. Looks toward the bumper and Russo. Finds Russo. Russo loads up, shoots in, and that's saved. It looks like, again, up into the netting. We'll see if that one's going to come out of the zone or be an offensive zone faceoff. Well, 2:12 left to play here in Freeport. 1:18 left to go on the man advantage. You'd be forgiven if you thought that expired long ago. It's been a choppy power play. And we'll get a stoppage in play here for a timeout by the Mustangs. 2:12 left to go in the third period. 1:18 left to go on the man advantage for the Stars, and this will give us time to visit with one of our sponsors. Today's game on Midnight Sports is brought to you by Forgetting What You Were Talking About. Hockey fans, it's happened to the best of us. 1 minute, you're telling a story about that time you were walking down Broadway and saw a B-list celebrity. Then somebody asks a question about a restaurant that's really close to there. After a few minutes of discussing which Ray's pizza is the original Ray's, something feels wrong. No, it's not that the answer was definitely the one on Prince Street. It's that you can't quite remember what you were talking about. Did it have to do with pizza toppings? Or something that happened at work? What were you talking about anyway? Oh well, couldn't have been that important if you don't remember. Forgetting what you were talking about. Happening to the best of us for I don't know how long. All right, timeout lasting just a little bit longer here as we are late on into this one. The Mustangs goaltender stood on his head for the last two sequences as that puck came into the mid slot in the bumper. And Russo's made a nice shot on him. But the Mustangs goaltender able to get in the way, coming out large on that one. And so it's the Stars winning that face-off again. Schulman controls, walks the blue line, works that back over for a curling Bizarro. Bizarro on the forehand, shoots and scores! Boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's another power play goal for the Stars with 2:03 left to go late on in this one. The Stars take the lead. First one since they were up 4-3. Bizarro with the power play goal. Puts it in. And so 2:03 remaining here out in Long Island. And the ensuing faceoff will be Zimmich with Fisher. And Russo out there. Puck won forward by the Mustangs momentarily, but now it's Schaefer firing forward, taking that into the offensive zone, throwing that in, sticked aside by the Mustangs netminder. And now the Stars look to set up shop in the offensive zone. Zimmich covering at the far point. Backhands that farther. It's Russo curling with the puck there, throwing it toward the slot. Now dumping it just a bit deeper. Onward we play here as the Stars throw that to the goal. And it's sticked aside once again. Stars recover. Puck at the far half wall. It's the Stars curling with it. At the circle, they shoot. Hits a body in front, never gets through. Stars still have it there. Bodying the puck are the Mustangs as Fisher took a hit up high. It's now a delayed penalty on the Mustangs as the Stars still have it. They shoot, not touched up yet. And now it is with 1:13 left to go. That delayed penalty should have been for the high hit on Fisher. We'll see what happens here as the Mustangs take the skate to the box. But the extra skater out there will help the Stars as they look to kill off the rest of this game while the Mustangs are killing off the penalty. It'll be Zimmich out there with Schulman. Nikolaitis to take this drop. Russo and Bizarro, the other forwards on this power play one unit. One there by Nikolaitis once again. And it comes up toward Schulman. Schulman shoots. That's deflected just behind the cage. And the Stars collect it once more. It's the Stars throwing that up to the point. Schulman has it there. Schulman works that puck in a bit deeper. Bizarro has it hop off his stick, so he just dumps in once he collects it again. It's Russo circling behind the net on the puck. Stars happy to kill off the remainder of this game as that puck is still loose, and then it's thrown in. Oh, boy. A bank shot there by the Stars. They score with 44 seconds left to go in this one, and we'll see who's first in the handshake line. Looks like maybe it was Bizarro, and there you have it. It's Dominic Bizarro with the hat trick late on in this one from Freeport, New York. A little tip of the hat toward the bench by Bizarro as he iced this game. Now it's Nicolaitis winning that faceoff toward Coronati. Under a minute left to play here out in Freeport. And speaking of icing the game, the Stars have iced the puck. And so that one's going to come all the way down as a defensive zone drop with 39 seconds left to play here, but a 2-goal lead for the Stars. Well, Nicolaitis at the far circle. Wins this one again. It's an understated skill there by Nicolaitis in this game. It's won nearly every drop he's taken this weekend, and it's Fisher carrying that puck through the neutral zone. It's almost like a cheat code when you can have a center out there who's going to win nearly every drop in front of him. Nicolaitis loads up, shoots in, saved off the face mask of the Mustangs goaltender. It's now Nicolaitis throwing that in, and Fisher with the one-timer doesn't connect. Puck rolls toward the end boards. Just 10 ticks left to go here in Long Island as the Mustangs try and collect behind their net. Puck stays in off Nicolaitis' shin guard as the Mustangs try and throw that out. And just keeping that puck was Viscoso as the buzzer went. And so, from Freeport, Long Island, we've gone final as the Stars win 7-5 over the Long Island Mustangs. Thanks so much for joining us for this come-from-behind victory by the New York Stars. And don't forget to tune in next weekend, starting on Friday, as the Stars head down to Atlantic City, where they'll try their luck in a 5-game showcase in the EJEPL. Until then, stay safe.